I'm going to make a video, and I don't care if it's boring or dull or completely uninteresting. Because, you know what? I'm not trying to be entertaining. I'm just Philip, and I'm just a guy with a camera and an opinion, and I'm going to speak my mind. But, you know, I think about things that when people become disillusioned about a lot of things in this world. They become disillusioned about life because everything isn't what you thought it should be. It's not what you thought. That becomes the thing we say. It's not what I thought it was. It's not what I thought it would be. But you know what? When I'm happiest, it's not a situation when I demand that life be different than what it is. I take life for what it is, and I celebrate it. I enjoy it. You know, I was just thinking today, I was painting another one of my creations, my burger rock. Not that I'm advertising my little rock paintings. But, you know, I enjoyed doing this. And I did it purely for fun, not because it's some great artwork or it'll be at the Louvre Museum or something. But I do it because I enjoy it. Purely because it's fun, because I enjoy it. You know, but it's funny that when people look at what I do, they sort of assign a sort of ideal to things. That I'm supposed to do this to make money, and I'm supposed to be trying to do this, and I don't, you know, I totally ignore that. I do it because I enjoy it. Purely for fun. Look, if I happen to make money off of this, if somebody want to buy some of this stuff, fine, great, whatever. But, you know, the first thing is to enjoy. Sometimes when I'm really happiest, it's when I really don't care about that stuff. And when I'm doing things and people want to give me things or give me a lot of praise for things I do, which I don't even think this stuff is all that worthy of praise. Fine. It's great. Whatever. You know, that's kind of like the attitude I have. It's not that I feel that way about life. It's just that I think that people spend more time struggling to get things that are so unimportant in life, like the approval of other people. Or people spend a great deal of their time trying to change the universe. So you can't change the universe. And people might say, oh no, you got to change the world. Well, no, really you don't. You really don't. You don't have to change the world. You don't have to do that. The world is perfect exactly the way it is right now. You don't have to change anything. But you know, I do things in my life, and people have seen me at times as being something of an inspiration. And there are times when people saw me as someone who was out to change things. And I wasn't. It's kind of funny how I just found myself in something. Like there was a situation at another job in which I was doing things. And I brought about changes. I mean, changes that other people who struggle to bring about changes couldn't do. And it came to me like that. Very simple. Not because I'm smarter than everybody else, but simply because I was being myself. It's kind of funny. The very thing that most people struggle to do can come to you so easy. And see, I think this would be true for all of us. If everybody in the world just said, you know what, I'm just going to be myself. And I'm going to be who I am. And I'm going to live my life. And I'm not going to try to live up to somebody else's ideal. You know, Emerson once said that imitation is suicide. And I think I understand what that means. I think that to imitate other people is to basically to negate yourself. That's what it is. You are negating yourself when you're trying to be somebody else. When you're trying to be another person. When you're trying to live up to something. Instead of just simply be who you are, express yourself, say what you feel, say what you think. You know, I get to thinking that some of the writers that I enjoy reading, people who I think are really great writers like Emerson, I get to thinking that people like that just simply did what they thought. Emerson talks about that in Self-Reliance. You know, say what you think. Don't worry about trying to live up to some ideal. Just be you. Just be who you are. And be true to that which is within you. Be true to who you are. I think that's the basic thing that all of us could do that really would make the world better. I mean, in some way, I said before, you don't have to think in terms of making the world better, but you would make the world better if you actually just simply be yourself. Be who you are. Be the person that you can be. Be true to your own heart. That's what matters. Don't listen to the critics who tell you can't do that, or that you can't be who you are, or follow the things that you dream of doing, that you would like to do. Do it. Now, I've been fortunate in some ways, because I haven't had a lot of people tell me I couldn't paint or couldn't write or anything. I write and I paint. Sometimes people give me, praise for what I do, and sometimes people ignore what I do. And that's okay. I've had my share of criticism as well as compliments. But you still keep expressing the thing. That's what you got to do. You got to keep expressing who you are and what you are. There's a lot of things that I want to do on YouTube in a sense of expressing. I may not know exactly what I want to do, but sometimes I like to read poems. I like to, maybe one day I'll probably sing on one of these channels. I'm sure everybody will be covering their ears because I don't have a great singing voice, but one day I might do that. I like showing off my rocks and everything. But if people feel like I'm supposed to be a certain way, for example, supposed to talk about religion or philosophy, then they may be disappointed. But if you just want to see a person being themselves, then you'll get a lot of that. You'll get a lot of that.